maybe the only one actually, of F1 Talks playing F1 2017 for Codemasters. Well, I actually recorded a whole episode earlier, but it seemed like it didn't make it to YouTube, so. But I'll just give you a short intro of this. So basically, I'm a big fan of motorsports. I've always been a big fan of motorsports. I like a lot of different things. Some people might be like, hey, this isn't a skate video. Why are we talking about racing? Well, I have a lot of different, interests. I like sports. I like rollerblading. I like, music. I ride motorcycles. I might even put a couple motor vlogs on this channel. I just don't want to be pigeonholed into like, oh, this is a skate channel, or oh, this is this channel. But no, this is everything. This is what I like. And I'm sure other people like similar things that I like as well. So one thing I do like is Formula One, and tonight is the Chinese Grand Prix, or today, depending on where in the world you are. But for me in the U.S., it's tonight. Just adjusting the volume so I can hear what's going on in the game. So, like I said before, I had it recorded a whole talk earlier, but it didn't make it to YouTube. So this is just like an intro. So I'm gonna try and do these maybe once every race week. So we'll see how it goes. But a couple things I wanted to talk about real quick before I have to run to the dentist is the Halo. A lot of people complain about the Halo. Oh, it's ugly. Oh, it's this, it's that. But honestly, after the first race, even during the winter testing, I've seen the Halo a few times. I really don't even notice it anymore. I mean, it's there, but I don't care. I mean, McLaren had a nice little joke about making it a sandal, and but I saw actually on Instagram someone had posted the Ferrari sandal next to the Ferrari car first, so that was really good to see. Always nice to see people taking don't take themselves so seriously to do things like that. But let's talk also about the new logo. I mean, a lot of people don't like the new logo. They say, oh, it's what's weird, it's blah blah blah. But honestly, I don't mind the new logo. When I first saw it, I was like, what the heck is this? Fi? But I mean, people got confused. I mean, well, a lot of people didn't know that in the old logo, the one was actually in the negative space between the F and the flag. So, I mean, it's a logo, guys. After seeing it a few times on the broadcast and even on the app on the phone, it's fine. It doesn't really bother me. I don't care too much for the logo. Talk about, oh, this and that. It's just a logo. Plus, Liberty's trying to do new things, so they have to like kind of bring the sport forward because, let's be honest, in the 2000s, Formula 1 kind of stagnated. It was great in the 90s, it was great in the 80s, 70s, of course. But in the 2000s, it really struggled to like keep up with, the evolving world because, I don't know, management maybe had other priorities. They just, sometimes it's hard to change your mindset when you're making billions of dollars. So, Liberty Media is trying something new. And speaking of something new, F1 TV Pro is finally going to launch in May. I mean, I've been waiting for this for years. I've been saying that F1 needs to have a streaming package because I had to do some pretty crazy things to watch F1. I had to like VPN into UK, use a friend's email address, get to their Sky account. It was a headache to watch Formula 1 for me because I liked watching it on Sky because they didn't have commercials, so you could just watch everything. Their pre-race stuff and post-race stuff was amazing, which is kind of what's lacking now on ESPN. Even though they're using Sky for broadcasting partner, they don't have any pre-race or post-race stuff for like during practices. But at least they made a good step in going commercial-free for qualification and for the full race now. So ESPN's getting it together. They'll probably get their broadcast up to snuff soon. But I'm gonna check out F1 TV Pro when that launches because I think that's where a fan like myself, a super fan, is really gonna get a lot of content and enjoy the broadcast that way. So what else can I talk about real quick before I go? Because hopefully this is making it to YouTube. I don't know. The camera's on. I'm seeing myself on screen, but the last time it happened. So let's talk about real quick. Let's talk about qualification last night. We had Kimi Räikkönen once again upstaged by Vettel, just pipped him on the last lap. Kimi, his form has been excellent this season. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because he joined Instagram. He's a little more relaxed in the car. I don't know. But Kimi's been crushing it, honestly. And I hope to see him win a race soon. I really want to see Kimi win a race. I mean, the only other person I want to see win a race this year is Fernando Alonso. But I really would like to see Kimi win a race this year. So, yeah, we can talk about Toro Rosso. Toro Rosso had a Yeah, about what you would expect for qualification from them after the surprise of Bahrain, but you know, no one's really like, oh, I don't know what to say. No one's really like expecting them to be like first place team, let's just say. But they did surprise in Bahrain, and I'd like to see what other surprises they have, especially from Brendan Hartley. He's a capable driver. You know, he had a good World Endurance Championship career, and Endurance Championship is hard, man. I mean, Formula One is 2 hours around the same track. I mean, you can say about endurance too, but endurance is like 24 hours, like in the car. I mean, yeah, they have shifts and but you know they go for really long stints in the car. And it's a rough thing. So the man's capable. He has the skills. I would just like to see him. Give him some time. He'll get it together. Same thing with guys like Sorokin. Give him some time. You know, he's a rookie. He'll get it together. Charles Leclerc, I would like to see do well for Sauber. Marcus Ericsson, also, he had a pretty good race. He got some points in Bahrain. But yeah, Red Bull. We'll see what they can do tonight in the race. They've had a interesting start to the year, but we'll see. You know, you're gonna hear from Red Bull, oh, the engine, the engine, the engine. But I think at a certain point you gotta stop blaming the engine and see, maybe your car is packaged, how your car is packaging the engine, things like that. Because it can't always be because look, last race in Bahrain, Honda the Toro Rosso placed ahead of McLaren, and everyone was like, oh, McLaren got the Renault, so now they're gonna be first place. Like, no, you gotta look at other things besides just the engine. So because if it was just the engine, Williams would be right behind Mercedes. But there's other things to consider as well. So Red Bull's gonna cry about the engine as soon as they get a chance. So we'll see. We'll see if they keep that theme going. So yeah, I have to run to the dentist now. Hopefully this video will be up to YouTube. This is F1 talk while playing F1 2017. Didn't get much playing in, as you can see. I'm just kind of sitting here because, like I said before, the video did not make it to YouTube, and I did the entire qualification. I'm not gonna do the entire race, but for this race, I think my gearbox is not gonna make it. So I'll let you guys know on the next episode of when I do this. Like I said, I'm probably gonna try and do this once every race week. So we'll talk about it. Maybe after practice 3, or actually no, after qualifying, I think I can do this. But that's it for this F1 talk, and you guys, if you're listening or watching, next time there'll be some gameplay action, and we'll talk about for what we can look for, hopefully, in Formula 1 F1 2018 by Codemasters. Hopefully we can talk about what we would like to see out of that game, and that's it. But let's just see what happens with this video. So let's just say